Welcome to the world of ham radio. I have been associated with this ham radio for the last 40 years. As a ham radio operator in 1987, when the river Godavari is swelled at record levels, Bhadrachalam sub-collector's office was submerged under the water. Record level of water entered in the city of Bhadrachalam. Since then, I have been participated in numerous occasions in the disaster management emergency communication network like Orissa super cyclone, Gujarat earthquake, Uttarakasi earthquake, Latur earthquake, and almost all the Pushkaram radio operations in Krishna and Godavari for the last 40 years. My endeavor is to take up this activity to all eligible candidates. Ours is the biggest nation having a population of 140 crore people. Among them, 50% population is less than 25 years of age. With a view to bring more and more young people into this activity, I have been sharing a ham radio content which I have collected in the last 40 years. So this stuff is quite useful. Those who wanted to qualify ham examination, who wanted to prepare independently, the restricted grade amateur radio, that is more than enough to communicate anywhere in the world, which includes the license will give access to receive the signal from even International Space Station. Kindly join in the bandwagon of ham radio to serve the nation. So today's model paper is number 13. So communication procedure, please kindly follow me very carefully. The first question, amateur station on a ship can contact another amateur on land on a frequency authorized to. So they can contact amateur stations. The correct right answer is amateur stations. That means they cannot contact the All India Radio, they cannot contact a ship, any license. These are all wrong options. Only they can contact amateur station. Provided if the amateur station is being operated on a ship, it is okay. So the correct, right, suitable option is Bravo amateur stations. What is considered to be proper repeater operating practice? Monitor before transmitting, keep transmission short, identify legally, use minimum amount of transmitter power necessary. All these options are correct. So, all the above delta is the right option. Channel question number 3. The phonetic designated or the alphabet J is Juliet. Bravo is the right answer. A receiver receives an incoming signal of 3.54 megahertz and the local oscillator produces a signal of 3.995 megahertz. To which frequency should the IF be tuned? So local oscillator produces a signal 3.995, local oscillator minus incoming frequency signal that gives the IF frequency. So 3.995 minus 3.54 megahertz, which gives 450 kilohertz. The alpha is the right option. Question number 5. What is the correct way to call CQ when using voice? Say CQ at least 10 times, followed by this is followed by your call sign spoken once. This is wrong. So we need not call 10 times. 10 times is wrong. 5 times is also wrong. Once is also wrong. So right option is say CQ 3 times. 3 times followed by this is followed by your call sign spoken 3 times. So this is the right option. Delta is the right option, right answer. Question number 6. The amateur service may be briefly defined as a private radio service for personal gain. No, it is wrong. Grossly wrong. A public radio service used for public service communication. It is also wrong. So, a private radio service intended only for emergency communication. This is also grossly wrong. A radio communication service for the purpose of self training, intercommunication, and technical investigation. This is the right option. This is the right Alpha Bravo. It should be Charlie. So, printing mistake. This is the right option. The signal QRN means, are you troubled by static? So, right answer is no, it is wrong. Because here two answers are there relating to static. So, QRN question mark is this one, and without question mark, that should be in an answer form. I am troubled by static. So, Bravo is the right option. The frequency limits of the 20-meter band are frequency limits 14.00 megahertz to 14.35 megahertz. This is the correct answer. So, in 20-meter band, because all the frequency bands have to be thoroughly by hearted. What is the time standard when time of operation expressed for a given transmission as 1200 Julu? Julu means Greenwich time. That is international time. So, here in this case, it must be universal coordinated time. Bravo is the correct option. What is meant by QTC? This Q codes, at about 33 codes are there. One has to by heart all these Q codes. That's very easy. Take some 4 to 5 Q codes daily, and you will be able to cover all the codes 33 in a weekday's time very easily. QTC means how many telegrams have you to send? Bravo is the right option. The necessary bandwidth for J3 emission shall not exceed. Here options are there. Among these options, so 4.5 kilohertz, Bravo is the right option. It is very narrow. It is not correct. It is also very broad. It is also not correct. Exactly the answer is 4.5 kilohertz. It should not cross. The call sign of an amateur station must be sent at the beginning and end of each exchange of communications, and at least every 30 minutes while in communication. So, Charlie is the right option. What rule applies if two amateur stations wanted to use the same frequency. Both stations operators have an equal right. The station operator with a lesser classification, the station operator with a lower power output must yield. So these are all options wrong. And station operators in ITU region 1 and 3 must yield the frequency to stations in ITU region 2. Question number 13. What rule applies if two amateur stations wanted to use the same frequency? Both stations operators have an equal right to operate on the frequency. This is the right option because other options are not correct. The station operator with a lesser class of license must yield the frequency to a higher class license. This is wrong. The station operator with a lower power output must yield the frequency to the station with a higher power output. This is also wrong. Station operators in ITU regions 1 and 3 must yield the frequency to stations in ITU regions 2. This is also wrong. Here the case is both stations operators have an equal right to operate on the frequency. Alpha is the right option. Question number 14. What is the code that can be used for giving information about location? QTH. QTH means what is your exact location. Bravo is the right option. The amateur license is renewed by Minister of Communication. Here PNT is there. So correct option here in this case, post and telegrams. So correct option here in this options, Minister of Communication is the right option. Directly PNT people, they will not do renewal. So of course, the wireless planning coordination wing is working comes under PNT, DOT. But as for the old syllabus, Minister of Communication is there. Among these options, this is a suitable option. Line of sight propagation is the mode of communication in. Question number 16. Line of sight propagation is the mode of communication in. So VHF communication, very high frequency line of sight communication. So height is important here for the VHF communication. Key clicks while working on a Morse key in CW transmission can be suppressed by these key clicks. Actually, it is a disturbance while you sending these key clicks also will be transmitted. To suppress these key clicks, you have to inserting a choke and a capacitor at the key. Choke and a capacitor. By inserting at the key, you can suppress. This is parallel network, even series network. So choke and capacitor is the right answer. Inserting choke and capacitor at the key. That will suppress the key clicks. So question number 18. Which of the following department provides the standard time and frequency signal in India? The right option is National Physical Laboratory, NPL. Charlie is the right option. Question number 19. Which of the following act defines the need of license for establishing wireless telegraph station? Here the option is the Indian Telegraph Act 1885. Alpha is the right option. Which of the following Morse code that decodes to a punctuation comma? Comma is da da didi da da. So in this case, alpha da da didi da da. Alpha is the right option. Which of the following satellite are dedicated for amateur service in India? So here three types of satellites are there. Swayam 1, AMSAT. This is also correct. Swayam 1 is also correct. Hamsat India. This is also correct. And hence, delta, all the above is the right option. Question number 22. If you made a half wavelength vertical antenna for 223 megahertz, how long would it be? Here, that we have to calculate, we need to calculate. This will take some time. The answer will come 67.3 centimeter. Antenna for 223 megahertz. The speed of a radio wave is equivalent to is the same as the speed of light. Bravo is the right option. 24. It is permissible to interfere with the working of another station if the other station is not operating according to the radio regulations. You both wish to contact the same station. The other station is interfering with your transmission. Your station is directly involved with a distress situation. Yes, this is the right option. When our station is directly involved with a distress situation, it is permissible to interfere with working any other station. In this case scenario. Question number 25, the last question. What rule applies if two amateur stations wanted to use the same frequency? This question is repeated in the same paper. Both station operators have an equal right to operate on the frequency. So alpha is the right option. 25 questions completed. So total marks are 50. If you manage to get at least 20 marks, 10 into 2, 10 bits are correct, you will be awarded with 20 marks. So that is the qualifying marks as per the new rules and regulations formulated very recently. So once again, I am requesting you to subscribe my channel and share it to the interested people so that my material will reach to many aspirants, which will help to those who wish to join in the ham radio fraternity. With this, Ramesh Babu Arja taking leave, and I will join with some other model paper, that is preferably model paper number 14. So saying 73 is a bye for time being.